Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square, and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. The king's Indian defense prepares to develop the bishop to g7, allowing white to build up a strong center, which black will later try to undermine. Knight c3 prepares the e2-e4 pawn push and helps control the d5 square. Bishop g7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. e4 takes full control of the center. d6 controls the e5 square and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. Bishop e2 develops the light-squared bishop and prepares to castle kingside. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Bishop g5 develops the bishop and immediately attacks the f6 knight white, may plan to play queen d2 to support this bishop. c5 takes space in the center, attacks the d4 pawn and prepares to develop the knight behind the c-pawn. d5 takes space in the center and controls the important e6 and c6 squares. e6 attacks the white pawn on d5, and challenges white's center at the cost of pinning the knight on f6. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. This kicks a bishop. This moves the bishop to safety. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This overlooks a better way to recapture a piece. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This is the strongest option. This allows the knight to control more squares. This is not the right idea. Playing the same piece again slows down the progress in the opening. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. This is a fair move. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. Moving the rook gives black more flexibility in the middle game. A very strong play. There was only one good move there. This misses an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This misses an opportunity to centralize a knight, so it controls more squares. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This is the only good move. This allows the knight to control more squares. This defends the attacked pawn. The knight finds a new active square. This misses an opportunity to take an outpost with a knight. Very precise. One of the best moves. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. This misses an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This wins material. This adds pressure by pinning a knight. This wins material. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This overlooks a better way to tactically win a pawn. This loses a knight. That That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a knight. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This allows the opponent to eventually win material. This wins material. Recaptures. This wins material. This threatens to tactically win a knight. This captures a free rook. Takes back. Recaptures. Takes back. This moves the knight to safety. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This passed pawn is a strong asset for black. A solid choice. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. A very strong play. Right on target. This is the strongest option. This wins time by threatening a knight and forcing it to move away. This defends a knight that was under attack and had no defenders. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This moves the rook to safety. One of the best moves. This passed pawn is a strong asset for white. A solid choice. This wins a tempo by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This passed pawn is a strong asset for white. Very precise. This steps away from the checking rook. This threatens to tactically win a knight. White finds a nice tactic with just seconds to spare, winning a knight. Right on target. That was a free knight. This threatens to tactically win a knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square.